What's poppin', my peoples? What's good with y'all on this Tuesday? What's good? What's good? I'm gonna give it a few seconds. Let the notifications go out. Hopefully they still sending them out. Look like they sending them out. All right, we're gonna start at a minute. All right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get started. This right here is a special report, man. A special report. We in the month of Juneteenth. Black people been celebrating Juneteenth as a whole. Now you got some people who jumping on the bandwagon now, but overall black people been celebrating Juneteenth, right? So today is Tuesday. So late last week, I want to say Thursday or Friday, they rushed the bill through. They rushed it through. Now they ain't rushed shit else through, right? No reparations bill specifically for us. No anti-black hate crime bill, which would include getting rid of qualified immunity for the police. They ain't rushed that through. Voting rights, they ain't rushed that through. Anything. Matter of fact, they've been having an anti-lynching bill on the desk forever, for years. That don't even have an anti-lynching bill for us. But it's one on the desk. They still just ain't passed it. So late last week, these fools, the Democrats and the Republicans, if y'all can't see by now that white supremacy is one team, they have you to believe, oh, the Republicans is racist, the Democrats is this, and da-da-da-da. Man, they all on one accord and one team. And that's team white supremacy. If niggas can't see that, I think a lot of niggas see it, but we don't. Some niggas just don't wanna admit it. It's niggas in their own family that they know the kid's been molested by an uncle or somebody. They don't even want to admit that. So I could imagine, you know what I'm saying, that they don't want to admit the fact that they see that white supremacy is all on one team, man. One accord, one team. So they didn't pass a Juneteenth to make it a federal holiday, which most black people ain't gonna get paid for. You understand? Banks ain't gonna be open. It's gonna be a lot of, it's nothing, there's nothing out of, you gain nothing out of it being a holiday. You gain nothing. We get nothing. So they passed that with flying colors. No problem. The Democrats on board, the Republicans on board, everybody like dancing and eating chicken and shit, right? Then you got the Congressional Black Caucus, which I call them the Congressional Coon Caucus, because they don't do nothing for us. They just up there, they token niggas. They just niggas that sit up there and do whatever the white man tell them to do, whatever the white man say they able to do, that's what they do. They don't really fight for us. They don't really fight for nothing. I don't even know why they there. So at the end of the day, the game that they playing is, let's give these niggas some crumbs to make it like we're for them or we're trying to help them. And yes, keep fighting while other groups don't have to fight for shit. LGBT ain't had to fight and do shit. Asians ain't had to fight and do shit. Jews ain't had to fight and do shit. They just get bills and shit passed, executive orders, everything passed for them without doing half the shit or less than half the shit that we got to do. They don't got to do nothing. We got to fight. We got to beg. We got to protest just to get some little shit. So This whole Juneteenth is a distraction. If y'all don't know, matter of fact, let me back up before I move on to that. If y'all don't know, like right now, I know a lot of folk was in school, but they didn't really pay attention. There's actually 4 branches of government. I mean, more than that. It's 3 branches of government. It's 4, which is doggone it. You know what I'm saying? I'm drawing a goddamn blank. You got basically the executive branch, which is, you know what I'm saying, the presidency. You got the congressional, which is the Congress, and then you have the Senate, you know what I mean? And then you have the military, and it's another one. It's like 5 branches. But the 3 that they control right now, you know what I'm saying, is right now the Democrats, who most black people voted for, controls the presidency. So they got Joe Biden and Kamala. They control that. They control the Senate. So when votes go up, they got enough votes to vote stuff up or down, to pass stuff through. You know what I'm saying? All that, well, we need Republicans on board. No, you don't. You got enough votes to do what you need to do. Period. Same thing with the Congress. They control the Congress, who basically writes the bill. So if y'all don't know how it go, the bill gets written by the Congress. It gets sent to the Senate to be revised for a final draft. The final draft is finalized inside the Senate. They send it back to the Congress to be signed for the final draft. Then they send it back to the president to sign. So right now, the Democrats control all 3 branches. So don't be fooled by them fake ass talks like, we ain't got enough this and we ain't got enough that. Whatever, man. Y'all got what y'all need to have, but y'all don't want to move on nothing for us. But what I'm trying to get to, y'all, about this whole Juneteenth thing being a distraction, if y'all haven't noticed in the news, or if you haven't peeped, they got George Floyd statues popping up everywhere. Popping up, little makeshift statues. And then you got Negroes who geek to take a picture in front of a fucking statue. Like, how does that benefit us? Tell me how does that get rid of qualified immunity for the police? Does that give us reparations? Like, what does that do for us specifically, other than some type of symbolism bullshit? See, black folk, which included myself, I had my days where I wanted to go get the newest J's, you know, the Air Force Ones, and get the fits and cars and all that to be seen. We've been downtrodden and beat down so bad as a people. We love attention, man. We love attention. Black folk love it. That's why you'll catch some broads at a goddamn black folk rally, you know what I'm saying, protesting the police, and then you will see some broads break out twerking and dancing, because we want to be seen so bad, man. And we don't want no type of, like, dog, y'all don't want no reparations. Y'all don't feel like we deserve something. Everybody else gets something, but we don't get nothing. Our community needs, like, we need so much in our community. Communities are desolate, man. Kids don't have nothing. And all of a sudden, like my man Kwame Brown, shout out to Kwame Brown, when I listened to his podcast, and he said some real shit. Like, he's a gun enthusiast. I'm a gun enthusiast. Hey, man, these boys and these young men's got guns out. They got guns look like cartoon guns. These guns don't even look real. That's how crazy these guns look, with these extra ass extended clips. And like, do you understand, like, where they getting it? If a former military person or a gun enthusiast cannot get a hold of the guns that these little niggas got, that should also tell you that this shit is a game that we losing. These white folk is dropping guns off in the hood, man. Like, y'all don't see this shit? And then turn around and say, oh, we need more police. No, what we need is intervention. We need more programs, more jobs, more trade, more coding, more things for these young black boys to do. Like I said on my on one of my PSA videos, I was saying specifically to young black men, And young black boys, I know y'all see all day and day. That's all they throw in your faces. Black girl magic, black women doing this, black girl doing that. And they just leave out the black boys and the black men. You know what I mean? This is done purposely. So now the black boys feel, and the young black boys feel like, damn, ain't shit for us to do. Our daddy's locked up. Our daddy's on dope. Our daddy's not around. They being raised by females. That's why you have a lot of hyper masculine men. Basically, a father is the one who basically brings a balance to a young boy. That's why you have niggas out here, they either homosexual, no disrespect to my homosexual brothers and sisters, but they either homosexual or they hyper masculine. So now you got these young black boys, these young black men with no direction, no fathers. Mothers don't know how to raise boys. Let's just keep it a buck, man. All that, yeah, black women is both and black women superheroes. No, listen. God made black man and black woman for a reason. He made two people for a reason. That's why I take two to make a child. These young black boys, like, I'm in my son's life. Now, I'm married. I have a baby mama. But I'm involved in my son's life. I don't give a damn what my baby mama own. I love her and I respect her, but I don't give a damn what she going through. I don't care how she feel about me. I'm going to call, hey, is my son bags ready? I'm ready to pick him up. Or can I come get him? Can I do this? Because at the end of the day, it's about my son. It might sound harsh, but just to be honest, it's not about her feelings and what she going through and what she feel about me and what happened in the relationship and what was done. That shit is in the past. See, a lot of niggas, they don't want to deal with that. You got to let it go. You got to let a female be a female, and you got to be a man. You got to be able to not laugh at them, but you got to kind of be like, well, that's she on what she on today. You know what I mean? But still be steadfast in raising your son. If she being, like for the fellas that might be listening to this, if she on some bullshit where she not letting you see him and she doing a lot of janky shit, get your chips together, go down to that courtroom, regardless if you got felonies, regardless if you ain't never worked a job, regardless of what. Get your chips together, go down there, get your lawyer, and see what you can do to get your kids, man. If she on that bullshit. Because at the end of the day, these young boys need their fathers. Period. So at the end of the day, that's what it is. They need their fathers. Excuse me, y'all. See what these little kids is in the yard doing. See, just what I'm speaking of. It's a little boy. He ain't raised by his daddy. He just doing the most. He just doing the most. They don't have no direction. They don't have no direction, man. And I feel for the young boy. You know what I mean? Because if somebody don't get a hold of him, he either gonna be out here murdering and shooting niggas, or he gonna go to prison. He ain't got many options. So I'm watching it as I'm talking to y'all right now. I'm watching a little young boy who live a couple doors down. He be doing too much shit, man. Just being bad, but a lot of it he just acting out. He don't have no daddy. He don't have nobody to direct him. All he got is his little brother, his little sister he walking with right now, and his mama. And no disrespect to his mama, but she young. She into the hood rat culture. You know what I'm saying? Patting her hair, walking around with the shower cap and all that. She don't have no direction. She a female. She don't know how to raise him. All she can do is just yell at him. That's all she do all day, yell at him. He ain't listening. He ain't got no daddy. Daddy ain't around. And that's how a lot of these young black boys are growing up. Then they get to a certain age. Now they bigger, they stronger, they angrier. And then all of a sudden, damn, a big-ass bazooka gun pops up in the alley, or a big-ass bazooka gun. So now you got these niggas angry, you know what I'm saying? They stronger, they older. Now they around here terrorizing the community. And then the police and the community turn around and act like all we need is more police. No, we need to make sure these little boys have a way to become something, man. Give these little boys some fucking hope, man. So with this whole fake-ass Juneteenth holiday, these fake-ass George Floyd rules, black people need resources and protection bills to protect us. Like every other group, that I spoke of, the LGBT, the Jews, the Asians, they have Pacific laws to protect them. Then they got resources that they give to them. Don't be fooled by that whole pull yourself up by your book. Man, listen, man. These folks get grants. These folks get housing. These folks get the best schools. These folks get everything. And that shit comes from the federal government. They look out for them. But then they tell us we got to raise us up by the bootstraps. See, we don't read shit. We don't research shit. See, that's how they know how to play us. They know we emotional people. We move off emotions, which makes us exceptional people. That's why we're great at sports. That's why we're great at acting. That's why we're great at music. That's why we're great in every genre. You know what I'm saying? Because our emotions, what moves us. Shout out to the young black woman. They keep, throwing her little sexuality out there. But shout out to the sister who broke record. You know what I'm saying? Who ran, I think, the 40-yard dash or whatever she ran. She ran it at a record pace. But that's emotions. As soon as she won, she ran up there and hugged her grandma. Now, the white media and the white folk, they're going to prop up, okay, it's June, it's Pride Month, they're going to prop up her sexuality. But the fact that a black woman who was made, if the daddy wasn't around, but it was a black man and a black woman that made that young black woman, which was a young girl, but now she a black woman, and she being black excellence, and she doing black girl magic type shit. See, they leave that out like she just got dropped off by a stork. And she just, oh, I'm gay now. Okay, that's her sexuality. We have a lot of gay people in the black community. We don't trip off that shit. A lot of our uncles, aunties, cousins is gay. We don't trip off that shit. But the media know how to, throw certain shit out there. But that sister ran that race with emotions. She was flying around that track. You hear me? So that's what makes us who we are. We're exceptional because of that. But that's also Achilles' heel or a negative for us. Because by us being emotional, we don't never research shit when it comes to politics. Politics, investing, like when you invest in your money, you can't be emotional. That's why a lot of black people not into investing, because it's a long ball game. Politics is a long ball game. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that, I ain't gonna say attention span, but we don't have that patience. Because as soon as they do something, like right now, we need reparations, we need a crime bill, they done threw the Juneteenth shit out there, and then you got niggas who get swayed by that and get to celebrating like that's a victory. That's not a victory. It's not a victory. Excuse me. So at the end of the day, we got to get away from that emotion when it's time to play politics, when it's time to invest our money, when it's time to do certain shit that's outside of the norm, which is sports, music, acting, shit like that. We got to, basketball, all that. We got to separate the two. We know that's what makes us exceptional. So that's cool. But when it comes to politics, we got to take the emotions out of it. See, that's why that's why we've been voting Democratic since the 50s, since the 60s, because they play off our emotions. Then the Republicans do the same thing when they put certain people ahead. That's why everybody black people are so steadfast on Donald Trump. They not seeing that Donald Trump, we could have used that nigga to our advantage. But we so caught up in, oh man, he racist. Yeah, he racist, nigga. The boss you work for, the boss you go to work every day for is racist, nigga. You don't think them GM, Ford, Chrysler, them hospitals, them state workers, you don't think them people racist? Is you gonna quit your job? You know damn well these people racist, but you like, man, I gotta go to work. I gotta go get my money. I gotta get my paper. So when it comes to politics, we don't need to align ourselves with none of these fuck niggas. We just use them for what we need to use them for. We know how to use people. We do it in the hood every fucking day. Shit, let me hit the lottery for $5 million. You don't think it's gonna be somebody in the hood that's trying to use me? Family that's trying to use me? So we know how to do this shit, but when it comes to white folk, we be so emotional. Donald Trump's a racist. The Republicans is racist. The Democrats is this. No, nigga, at the end of the day, we use them for what we need to use them for, and we move the fuck on. We don't owe no loyalty to these people. Democrats or Republican. We don't owe no loyalty to these motherfuckers. We owe loyalty to our people to make sure our people have something, generational wealth, housing, fuck renting, fuck Section 8, ownership, nigga. When is we gonna start thinking ownership, nigga? businesses. We need owner. We don't need no handout. We know what the fuck to do. My grandma came from the South, second grade education, yo. She came from the South to Lansing, Michigan in 1966, made a way for herself, owned her own business, owned her own home with a second grade education. Like, man, stop playing, man. We exceptional people, man. We don't need that shit, them little crumbs and all that little symbolism bullshit that they're handing out to us, man. And then we got to recognize the fact that a lot of these niggas that they put in place are puppets, man. I don't care how good they speak. I don't care how good they dress. Like the Tamika Mallory's and all, man, them people are false as fuck. Kwame Brown has exposed, and I love Dr. Boyce Watkins because he put cats up on a lot of game when it comes to the finances, but he exposed that nigga, man. A lot of them people are fake fraud. Them preachers, all them people are fake fraud people, man, and puppets that these white folk use against us to keep us dumbfounded, to keep us on some dumb shit. So even our own people, we got layers to this situation. Like what my man say, yo, it's levels, man. It's levels to this shit. It's levels to this, man. So at the end of the day, we got to deal with the fact that we got coon niggas who are put in place and paid by white people to keep us dumbfounded and keep us suppressed. Then once we get past them niggas, then we got the white people, the white liberals, you know, the white woman. I love black people. I want to see y'all successful. The white liberal man, the white liberal gay man. I'm for y'all. Let's go riot. Let's go, let's go protest. But as soon as you talking about breaking bread, man, they fake dead. Soon as you talk about go to one of them liberals. If any black person who thinking these white liberals is for you, talk to them white liberals and say, hey, do you support anything for black people specifically getting some type of reparations? Not no LGBT, nothing, no other groups, but just black people, and see what they say to you. They might not even answer you. They gonna hit you with another question, or they gonna ask dumb as fuck. So even the white liberals is on some bullshit. So then once you make it past the white liberals, now you got the hardcore racists you got to deal with, the ones who gonna tell you, fuck you, nigger. So it's so many levels to this shit, dog. The only way we gonna be able to break through that matrix or break through that bullshit is have unity. We don't have no fucking unity. Everybody want to be part of some group, man. Like you got black women who will put their gender first before their race. Like, I'm a woman, I'm with women rights and all. Man, you hold up, nigga. You black first. Then you got black people that's put their LGBT and their sexual preference ahead of their race. So then that's another faction that breaks down. Then you got the bootlick, the coon niggas. That's another faction. Then you have niggas like me and other sisters who think like me. So it's like we got a whole mixed a pot that's messed up, man, where we can't get on one accord, and that's why they keep playing us the way they do. So that's why I want to come to y'all with, man. Oh, and the last thing I want to tell y'all, I had to pull the Dr. Umar, man, because repetition, people be like, man, when Dr. Umar be saying shit 5 times, it's irritating, but that shit stick in your mind, because repetition is the mother of learning. But for the last time I want to tell y'all this, man, before I get off of here. This Saturday, matter of fact, let me check my other phone. Let me give y'all the date. This shit like clockwork. Now, keep in mind, I just told you about the little fake-ass Juneteenth law. I just told you about the little fake-ass statues that's popped up, the George Floyd statues. Now, today is Tuesday the 22nd. Saturday, June 26th, is the white boy Derek Chauvin, or Shavin, whatever how you say his name. That's his sentencing day on a Saturday. Tariq Nasheed pointed this shit out. He said, if you peek in, when they do shit on a Saturday, that should tell you right there it's a red flag that they're going to basically give him a light sentence, or they might let his ass go with probation, and he might walk out that courtroom with time served. And the reason why they have it on a Saturday so they can make sure the city locked down, make sure they got the military, National Guards in place, the police in place. They make sure they got all their pieces in place. You know, people not really gonna be working, kids gonna be out of school. Boom, they can go ahead and make their move. So y'all watch for that. Watch the fact that all that fake ass Juneteenth federal law shit, all this fake ass praising George Floyd with these fake ass statues was a way to decrease the energy of the pull up summer, of us pulling up on these white folk and demanding shit. Watch how niggas, you know, oh well, we got Juneteenth, we got the George Floyd statue. Why this white man who knelt on this nigga neck, you know, no disrespect, knelt on this black man neck for down there 9 minutes and killed this man right on camera while we all saw the shit, and watch how this man walk away. And y'all thinking Juneteenth and a fucking statue is equivalent to some type of victory. You niggas crazy. So y'all enjoy y'all Tuesday. I'm gonna enjoy my day. And I'll be talking with y'all again. Peace.